I'm going to be trying to survive 100 days on the flat map starting with $0. That means no loans, no leases. I have to buy every piece of equipment. Now I am going to be starting with a hand pushable mower and a hand pushable forage wagon just so I can get the ball rolling with cutting grass. Now when I say this map has absolutely nothing with literally only open fields in every which way direction, I mean it. I'm super excited to see just how far we can take this, and if you guys enjoy these kind of series, make sure you hit the subscribe button, as I appreciate each and every one of you who do take just a quick second to do that. Also, if you're not a member and you'd like to support my channel, hit that join button down below, as it means a lot to me and you get a couple perks with it. And if you become a landowner, you also get to see my videos before everybody else does. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this series. All right, boys, we are on the flat map with nothing but open grass fields in every which way direction. Now, we do have a couple things that we're going to be starting with. One is going to be this tent right here, just a basic little tent so we can go to sleep. We've got our sell everything spot right here so we can sell our stuff off. And then over here, we are actually going to just be starting with a simple push lawnmower and a little forage wagon right here as well. So we're going to be starting with the bare bone minimum with $0. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started cutting this grass, selling it off, and making our first dollar. Okay, here we go. Mowing our first bit of grass here. Now, I think our best option for this is just going to be to kind of go in a straight line. That way we can make it easy on the forage wagon. Maybe just do like a loop. There is really going to be no rhyme or reason when it comes to cutting the grass, just whatever's going to be simplest, because again, we're to start with the push mower. Now, ideally, we're going to want to upgrade pretty quickly from this push mower because it is going to take us quite some time to start making some money with it. But hey, this is all we have to start with. Grass is going to be our money maker right now, so that's what we're going to go with. I'm going to kind of go back and forth here, get some lines made, and then we're going to pick it up with the forage wagon. Now, like I said, we are going to be challenging ourselves to only give us 100 days to see how far we can take this flat map and what we can accomplish in that time being. I want to get some fields going. I want to get some gardening going. And maybe I've even thought about it, doing some cattle fields. Maybe get some cows out here, get a nice pasture going. You know, considering we got all this open grass, I think it'll be a good mixture for the two. Now, it is pretty eerie out here. There's like nothing. I mean, literally nothing. This map is completely flat. No trees, just open grass fields in every which way direction. So kind of excited to see what we end up turning this place into. Just going to kind of come along the edge here, clean this up a little bit. I'm gonna go down this line. Hopefully we can do this. Looks like I may have cut it a little too wide, but that's all right. Now, I haven't used this equipment too much, just a little bit, and it seemed to work pretty good. Now, I know that forage wagon's definitely not going to be able to hold a whole lot in it, so that is something we're either going to need to upgrade pretty quickly or just try and get a ride-on mower. I do think the ride-on mower is going to be our best upgrade next. But yes, we're going to get this grass cut up, and then I'm going to go ahead and get that wagon picking it up. Okay, we've got our first little section cut out right there. Now we're going to try this forage wagon. Again, I've never used this before. I take it back. I have used it once before. I've got the pickup on. There we go. Okay, cool. Picking it up. We're going to see how much this thing picks up in this little outline we did here. Nice little start. Did take a little bit longer than I thought it would, but let's see here. We're going to go back and forth with this. Maybe just do some loops. Try and loop it back to our cell station. We're at about halfway, 42%, almost halfway. This thing picks up pretty good. Can't complain too bad. So about 73% so far. Let's just do another loop right here. Go back up this line. Try and keep them close enough. I got to say, this thing's working pretty good, though. I'm not going to lie. All right, 100% now. We're at 100%, so let's go turn this in, see how much we get for this. We should be able to unfold it. All right. First income, $115. All right, not too bad. I'll take it, considering that's all we have to start with is just this grass. So we're going to continue to pick this up and keep selling it off till we can afford our new piece of equipment. Back at it again, picking up the grass. Rinse and repeat, basically. This is definitely going to be the longest part of the grind, is going to be this first part, which kind of makes it fun. Got our push mowers, hopefully upgrade soon enough to the ride-on mower. Get our speed up, be able to make money just a little bit quicker with each upgrade. All right, and the second one, 115. So I don't think this time of year is the best time to sell grass, but what are we going to do? We can't change it. It is August at the time of starting, so yeah, we're just gonna have to go with it. Hopefully each month gets a little bit better as time progresses. Again, we're gonna give ourselves 100 days to make this happen. So we're just gonna have to go with it. Got our first little section completely picked up. Gonna go and move on to this section here. Now I was thinking right off the bat, I was like, man, I probably should have started this a little bit closer to the cell station, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to get probably all the way over there anyways, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a loop in that direction in case the forage wagon kind of fills up as we're making our way over here. So we'll kind of just go right here. That looks pretty good. Nice little big section there. So we made 115 from our third load there. Let's go and get back to it. So for some reason, our forage wagon just kind of keeps glitching out no matter how many times I try and move the settings and whatnot. Makes me close my game and reopen it. So we're going to have to switch to something else. Now, I've got a pretty good idea of what I think will work probably a little bit better, maybe even faster. And will be our first new piece of equipment, if you want to call it new, is going to be this pitchfork right here. So we're going to try the pitchfork. I've used it in the past. It's worked pretty good. It's only $10, so we can afford it. So let's go grab that. Okay, we got our pitchfork in hand. And yes, this thing seems to be working pretty good. We're going to scoop it up. It definitely cannot hold near as much as the forage wagon, so that kind of is unfortunate. But we're going to have to make do with what we got. So 15 bucks right there. Oh, man. Maybe what we could do, oh, I just threw my pitchfork. Maybe what we could do is fill the forage wagon up. Let's see if it'll let us do that. Maybe that'll be maybe there'll be a compromise with it. Let's see, we can fill that up. And then can we pour this in the forage wagon? That's the question. Let's see. It will let us fill up, maybe fill the forage wagon. Let's check it. Let's see. It did. So 13%. Let's see if maybe this fixes it. Nope, still not working. So yeah, we're gonna fill it up with the pitchfork, I guess. So this is definitely not ideal doing it this way. But you know, it's part of the process. It is what it is. So we're gonna have to just upgrade really quick. So we're gonna have to try and move to getting our first mower as fast as possible. And we're gonna empty this forage wagon. 115 again, not too bad. Let's see if it's gonna work. This thing is definitely bugging me. Pipe in and then pick up. See, come on, work. Nope, same thing. So I don't know if it's faster to just go run the pitchfork or fill this up, but we'll try a little bit of both. So if we fill our pitchfork completely up, there we go, run this over here, sell it, 15 bucks. So it's 15 bucks a run, but I just, you know, happen to fill it up with a forage wagon and then do it. It may be quicker. I might go ahead and pull the forage wagon over here, at least fill it up a little bit. Oh, and I just threw my pitchfork. There we go. Sell this, another $15, putting us at right under 500 bucks so far. So not too bad. So I'm going to put the pitchfork right here and then go ahead and grab our forage wagon. Let's see. Then we'll move this kind of in the center over here and then scoop all this up. Yeah, I mean, I guess that works. That's not too bad. A little bit faster than have to run over there. Let's just hope it's actually dropping it in it, though. I think it is. Yeah, it is for sure. All right, cool. So we're going to just do that. I think even though it's inconvenient and the forage wagon should be working, but it's part of the issue. So it is what it is. All right. About 97 for that one. We're going to have to go ahead and start cutting some more grass because we picked up all of it on that one. So got a nice open area right there. It's coming together real good. Well, it looks like we are caught up in some rain, but that's all right. Let's go ahead and unload this. 115. Let's do it. Another 115. And another 115. And the good news is, though, I did manage to get the wagon working again. Just had to reset my game. And yeah, so we're good now. So this is going to help a lot, being able to use this. That pitchfork was nice, but man, it was taking quite some time to get that thing, to get this forage wagon full with it. But it was only $10, so it's not like we spent too much or wasted too much on it, I should say. So yeah, we're gonna keep picking this up with the forage wagon. We're almost to $1,000, our first 1,000, so that's nice. But I think we got quite a ways to go. I do want to check and see how much, though, a ride-on lawnmower is going to cost, because that is definitely probably going to be our next upgrade, and it should make doing all of this much faster. And there we have it, another 115. So taking a look at the store here, our lawnmower should be under tractors. It looks like the cheapest one that I can find is about $2,500. Now that's not including the other part that goes with it, because we are also going to need this under tray part here for another $500. So looking about $3,000. And then obviously we'll eventually want to get the bagger as well, which will be another $450. So about $3,500 is where we need to be.
Yeah, we might get the lawnmower without this. I'm not sure. Depends on how long we want to keep pushing this around. Because again, even the forage wagon is still pretty quick. Mowing's about the same speed, but if we can at least go a little bit faster with one of the two, that'll help a lot. But we may just wait for the ride-on mower and get it as a combo. And team, that one brought us in another 115, putting us at 1,200 now. So we're definitely over the $1,000 mark, which is super nice. Let's just keep the grind going. And after that one, another 115, putting us at 1,300. Now, we're going to keep doing this over and over. I'll probably just go ahead and maybe go to the right there. Maybe go behind here since it's a little bit closer to Cell Station. But we'll go ahead and jump ahead so you guys don't have to see me constantly unloading this thing for about a little over 100 bucks. I guess right now grass just is not worth that much. So we're going to go and probably cut behind here. And then we'll jump ahead to when we get a little bit closer to the mower. Guys, this is taking a very long time to do this. I'm not going to lie. It has been a constant back and forth. You can see we got that first section we did over there behind the little storage sheds over there. And now we're all the way over here and we're still only at 2,300. So definitely taking some time. I'm just so thankful we got the forage wagon working again, because if I had to actually do that with the pitchfork, we would have been in some trouble. But I mean, we are so close. 2,500 will get us the mower. And then I think 3,000 or 35, one of the two, will actually get us the part that goes with it so we can pick it up. Pick the grass up while we're mowing. But the sun is almost down. I'm going to keep doing this until the sun does go down, and then we will call it a day for our first day. Guys, we did it. We're at 3,569. I honestly cannot believe how long that took. You can see just about everything we had to cut in order to make this happen, basically all the way around here. But with that being said, we should be able to get forward the lawnmower, the ride-on lawnmower, and the forager attachment for it too. But with that being said, oh, we need to sell that pitchfork too. With that being said, we're gonna call it a day, a call it a night on our first day here. Get some sleep. All right, guys, it is day 2 on the flat map here. You can see we're starting the day with 3,500. I did go ahead and sell that pitchfork. We got about $8 for it, but we're gonna buy our first tractor, more of a lawnmower, but they do call it a tractor on here. And it looks like we're gonna get the 330 lawn tractor for 2,500. Now I'm gonna go ahead and leave everything the same here just to kind of keep it cheap as possible. However, we can eventually attach or do a 3-point attachment on here, so we can always do that later on. But for now, we're gonna leave it off. All right, we've got the tractor. Now we just need to do the attachment for it, which is gonna be this one right here, the Deck 330. Leave that the same as well. Go ahead and buy that. And now the moment of truth. Can we afford the forager? Yes, the vacuum bagger, $450. Let's get it. Awesome. Now there is a bigger capacity for an extra 500. That would be 950. So we're going to want to do that eventually. We'll upgrade it, but for now, we'll just leave it at the basic one. Okay, all of our equipment laid out over here except for the forage wagon. That's the old piece of equipment. Let's go ahead and see if we can attach these. We'll go ahead and pull our lawnmower around. There we go. And then if I remember correctly, I can actually pick this up. There we go. And then I should be able to slide this. Actually, I think it's going to go this way. Just going to slide that under there. Hop back on the tractor. Yep. Oh, and it just sent us flying into the air. Nice. Okay. Hey, but it's attached. We got it attached. That's all that matters. And then we should be able to back up to this one. I don't think we need the 3-point attachment for it. We're going to find out. All right. There we go. Boom. It's attached. So with that being said, we're going to cut some of our first grass with it. All right. Now, I've never used this lawnmower before. So let's see. Turn on loading wagon. Okay, and then lift pickup. Let's see, lower pickup. Okay, and then let's see, we're gonna toggle the control group, turn on the mower. Oh, there it is, turned on. I hear it. And then I believe that should get us cutting and stored. All right, look at that. It's showing that the grass is being picked up on the right there. Just want to test this real quick. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely picking it up, but whoa, we are filling up super quick. This thing looks like it can only hold 500. So yeah, that might be a little bit of a problem. We're probably going to fill up super quick. All right, but you know what? It is what it is. Let's go ahead and turn this in, see how much we get for 500. Okay, dumping it out there. Let's see what we get for our first sell-off. Kind of taking a little bit for just 500, but that's okay. And 66. Okay, 66. All right. Well, we may need to get that upgrade ASAP then, because 66 is not gonna cut it. That's for sure. So since it fills up super quick, I'm gonna try and stay kind of close to the cell station here. Oh, looks like we can't actually cut this yet. All right, well, guess we're gonna have to stay over here, but let's just kind of, you know, go with it. The sooner the better we get this one. Now, we don't need a whole lot. I believe it was just an extra 500. We may have to sell this one and then buy the other one. I'm not sure because I don't think we can upgrade anything yet. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But yeah, so it looks like probably just another, yep, $66. I'll take it though. Putting us at 260. I will say, although it is less, we are definitely doing this a lot faster, which means although it's less, we should be getting more. I got to make sure to keep lowering this pickup. I keep forgetting, and I'm leaving grass on the table here. Try and go back, pick up some of this. Here we go. I will say this thing is really quick though, and unload our third one on this. All right, 66. Now, let's go ahead and take a gander here of what we could sell this for. Oh, I should probably turn that off. What we could sell this for, if we go over here, vehicles, the vacuum bagger, we can sell for 382. And then to do the upgraded, it would be 950 total. So we're gonna need about 1,000. So if we get 380, so we'll need about like 650-ish. So we're gonna have to keep grinding just a little bit more, which isn't too bad, but now at least we know the number we need to work towards. This is gonna be another load undoing here. Putting us, let's see, we're at 440 right now. It's climbing up. We are at 460, so almost there. Definitely do like the mower, despite it having a small capacity. It is super quick, much easier than trying to do the push mower. That thing was a little annoying. I will say one thing we could do is try and sell those off to the forager and the hand pusher. So we'll do maybe one more load and then sell those two, and that should give us more than enough. Okay, I'm thinking this is gonna be the last load we need to get the upgraded version of this. So putting us at about 594, but we can sell the other two off. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna sell the hand pushable, 117, the forage wagon, 158, and then the vacuum bagger, which is the smaller capacity one there. Now we're gonna hop into the store, go to our forage, get the 330, and then we're gonna upgrade this, which is gonna go from 500 liters to 6,000. Now that is going to be the upgrade we needed. So we got 300 left after that. We had a little bit more left over after selling everything, which is good. We'll pick this up, go back up to it here, attach it. Okay. We're going to lower the pickup, turn it on, and then we got to turn on our mower as well. There we go. And there where she has it, we are picking up. So since we have 6,000, we can kind of just run out here as much as we want, I feel like. So that's kind of nice. We just kind of get crazy with it. Really no rhyme or reason when it comes to this pickup. You know, we can do circles. We might do a few circles here. But yeah, this thing is this is much better. We're only 17% full now. Kind of just do some laps here, so to speak. Fill this thing up. Okay, finishing up one of our circles here, 99%. This is going to be the first time we filled up. There we go. Ahead and turn this in. And see how much the 6,000 liter ends up making us. So this could be really, really good. Let's see. All right, we are dumping it. Oof, this is gonna be a process. We're still at 93% unloaded, so this thing's definitely gonna take a while to unload. Okay, first load is finishing up, and we got $801 for it. So that took some time to unload, guys. I'm not gonna lie. That was a bit longer than anticipated, but I guess it's a pro and con of each new piece of equipment. But yeah, we're gonna go with it. We're just gonna kind of do the same thing. But what I'm thinking this time around is I'm just gonna go straight and then back. I was kind of doing a circle there, like a little track, but this time we're gonna go straight down and then all the way back. So we're just gonna go straight down this way to about probably 50% and then turn around and come right back. This definitely seems pretty endless if you ask me. So I doubt we will ever get to the edge of the map. It seems massive, so I don't think we have to worry about that. Okay, there is 57%, went a little too far, and we're gonna go back this way. Now I'm not gonna go right next to it because I wanna make sure that we collect literally as much grass as fast as possible, because if I get too close to where we've already cut, I feel like there might be a few spots where maybe it could have picked up more. So yeah, now you can see just how far that took to get, about 50%. So we had to go quite a ways. Now, two options going forward, boys. We can either do the fields, where we're gonna plow a field and then plant it with something, which means more equipment for each of those things. Or, and again, this is an or, I've been thinking about it, maybe we get a bigger mower. So we're gonna take a look at the shop, kind of see our options, see the cost of everything too, because with selling grass, we're not making a whole lot. But if we can collect a lot of grass, we could probably make a lot more. So I haven't decided yet. That's something we're gonna have to figure out as time goes on. But yeah, oh, and it looks like we are full now at 100%. So we definitely went a little too far on that one, but that's okay. And we're gonna sell this one off. Level out, there we go. And yeah, now the process of unloading begins. Okay, and it looks like for this load, we are getting 802, so about another $800. Not too bad. That was kind of quick. You know, I think it's getting a little bit faster. Not really, but at least going up and down is faster. So we're gonna turn on the mower again. I do have to do this each time. Let's see. Lower the pickup. And there we go. Should be picking up right now. There we go. And we're gonna go right back down. And with another load complete, that's bringing our new total to 2,700. So pretty sweet. This is definitely time consuming, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Although this is quicker, man, that unloading is taking some time. But with that being said, you know what we gotta do. Oh, I just turned on the lights. We are going to get this going. One more strip down. Oh, I can see. Hold on. There we go. Okay. And we're going to go back down. Do it again. I can't complain, though. This is about 9 miles per hour, which is pretty quick. Not too slow. You can kind of see the other lines that we've done up and down right there. Kind of interesting. But, you know, this is the name of the game, boys. We are going to be collecting grass, selling it off, and I'm thinking probably on the 4,000 mark, we might be able to upgrade to something different. Or go a different route instead of cutting grass. Haven't decided yet because, yeah, right now we've got this lawnmower here. Now it does have that 3-point attachment, which means we could technically probably attach a plow to it, but I haven't decided if that's the best course of action. So we're going to make the money first and then figure out our game plan after. Okay, and this one, same thing, 804. Now we're at about 3,500, so we're going to take a look at the shop and kind of see our options, maybe what we can buy or what we need to work towards. So taking a look at some of the tractors, because we're definitely going to need a tractor soon. I noticed this one seems to be our best bet. This one's a little bit cheaper, but it's like 81 horsepower with an upgrade, starts out at 59. This one's 89, starts out with 110 upgrade. So I think that $2,000 difference would be the best, but it is 12,000. So we're going to have to work up to that still. I decided I don't want to go with doing like the mowing, like more mowing and getting equipment to mow with, because for one, it's super expensive. Two, we still need a tractor, and like three, I feel like it's going to be even more expensive equipment just to keep going. So we're going to stick with plowing our fields and whatnot. So with that being said, let's get back on our tractor, our lawnmower, and get back to cutting these fields. Oh, not fields. I should say grassland. Get back to cutting our grass, our lawn. Because technically this is our front yard. And we are back to cutting. Here we go. We're just going to do another line out this way and go turn it in for some money. So that one's going to bring our new total to 807. So 807 for now. We're going to go right back in line and just keep on doing this till we get more money. So with that load finishing up, bringing us in another 808, I got to thinking, what if we get a little, let me turn this mower off real quick because my goodness, that thing is loud. There we go. I got to thinking, I was like, you know what if we do a little silage, right? We've got a lot of grass. I feel like I can unload the grass on it. It is $1,000. Let's take a look at the store. Let me show you guys kind of what I was thinking. If we go over here, oh no, it's not in the store. Sorry, it's right here. If we take a look at some of these, let me zoom in real quick. Kind of just move over. We can do grass drying. Here you can make hay or silage from grass. So I thought about trying one of these and just see what happens. I mean, it's $1,000. There's a chance it might make us more, and we're already dealing with a lot of grass. So I figured, why not, right? So it's kind of cool. You can see all of our lines right there. Nice little circle. Almost looks like crop signs. Nobody ever seen the movie Science? Okay. Anyways, yeah, I thought about doing this. So it looks like the front is a load. Can we do it over here? Nope. Shop area. Can do it behind. I don't want to mess up our fields too bad over here. What if we try? Could put it behind. Yeah. Why don't we just go ahead and put it in this corner over here? Now, I've never done silage before, so I'm gonna be honest, it's my first time doing it. I feel like I'm probably gonna make a mistake, and this alone could be a mistake. So we're gonna do it. It's $1,000. We'll try it. Brings our total to 49. And I think for now, we might eventually sell it. But for now, we should try it. So, this is going to be a bit of a learning curve. But we'll figure it out. We got hay and silage storing. Change input, selling, distributing, storing. We'll leave it at storing for now. We'll activate it. So silage is storing. And then we need grass in it. So it looks like we dropped the grass off there. And then... yeah, this looks like where it probably does something else. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and go get some grass. All right, collecting the grass now. We're going to fill this thing completely up and then drop it off in our new silage. That'll be fun. Okay, we are full. We got 6,000 liters. Oh, nope, this is the wrong side. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it gives me the option to drop. So we'll put this right here. Start overloading. Does this look right? I'm gonna stop overloading, see if this is filling up any. 110 liters. Okay, we're doing it correct. Let's go. All right, start unloading, basically. Should be good. Detach, lift mower. Yep. All right, so we're gonna drop this into here. I think I can, yeah, I can get off while that's doing that. And then check it out. Let's see. Grass is filling up. We can get 10,000 liters, and I believe this is a 6 liter. Yeah, 6,000. So basically 2 runs with this, and it should fill it up completely. Oh, nice. You can actually see it filling up the bottom of it. That's pretty sweet. So again, never done silage before. We'll see how this one does and how long it takes. Let's see. Recipe. Nope, we're gonna do this one. This one's running inactive. Okay, so this one's going to turn 1,000 grass into 1,000 silage. Let's see, cycles per month, 48. So we'll see. We'll see. This one is going to start costing us some money, about 48 bucks. It's going to be our first daily production maintenance. So I guess we'll see how that goes. But 48 bucks from what it says isn't too bad. Okay, we've dumped it all in there. It looks about halfway, just as we expected. But with that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and call it a day. Get a pretty good day one, honestly. We've got about 5K in the bank. We got our silage maker, a lawnmower, ride-on lawnmower, better than the push ones. And yeah, so, oh, I guess it's technically day 3 now. So we're going to be going to bed, and it'll be day 3. Oh, we got to turn off our lawnmower. All right. So, end of day 2. Great start. Looking good. All right. It is bright and early on day 3. We're going to go ahead, and you guys already know what we're going to be doing. We're going to finish up the silage pit there, put it in gear. There we go. Get this thing completely full, which is basically like one more run, or a little less than a whole run, but we'll get a whole run. And then sell it off and be working towards our tractor. So, oh, double check real quick while we're here. Let's see. Yep. Looks like it's doing grass, silage. Boom, there we go. All right, silage is being made. Heck yeah, let's go. I'll tell you what, though, despite not having any scenery, this sun and the grass and the lighting looks so good on this map. Oops, going off our line. All right, we're going to top off this real quick. Shouldn't take too long. Just gonna let that run. Let's see where we're at. So we are at, oh, all right. So because it's a new day, we actually made silage. Let's see, we're almost 10,000. So we can fill this up 10,000 more. So what that means is another trip after this one. I should have thought of that before I called it a day, but it is what it is. That's where we're at. So we're just going to have to go with it. We are basically at 100% now. So we can go ahead and stop this. It looks like it just keeps dropping it a little bit as it's doing it. But we'll just go ahead and sell the rest off. But silage is completely full now. So that is good. We at least got another thing going for our income. So we'll just kind of run with that. We'll go ahead and drop this one off. Get this emptied out before we go back and forth. Now, I will say, I started thinking about it, and I think I want to wait till we get a tractor before we plow. I feel like we'll end up spending more time trying to make the lawnmower work versus just saving it up and then getting the tractor to do the plow properly. So we've got a little bit of grass to get to cutting, if you ask me, because we're at 5K. We know we get about, I think, close to 900 on each load. So we're going to have to do this probably like 10 more times. So with that being said, I'm going to get back to it. And then we'll just kind of skip ahead so you guys don't have to watch every load I drop off. But yeah, basically I'm just going to shoot it straight this way and dump it off. So let's get to it. We're selling off another load right here, but I got to thinking, I was like, you know what if I can't move the silage over, right? I was like, what if I have to scoop this up and take it over there? So I was like, you know what? This thing's maxed out. Why don't we just try and do selling, right? I'm curious to see if we sell it, what's going to happen then. I've never done selling on one of these before, but I figured, you know, at least for now, we'll do selling and see what happens. Oh, I think it just sold. Yeah, it's sold at 10,000. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna have to see how much we made because I didn't notice because this is still going up. So let me see how much that was. I'm curious. And real quick, this just finished. Says 860 for harvest income, putting us at 11,483. So it must have been a decent amount. Let me see. I just double checked, and we went from 73 to 11 some change, even 12 now. So it looks like it sold some more off. So yeah, we made like 4 or 5 grand so far from silage. Heck yeah, that's awesome. I like that. Again, we'll change this to be storing versus selling, but for now, until we have a way to move it, I think that's the play. So we're at 12,076. I think 1 or 2 more runs because that tractor's about 12K, and then yeah, we're gonna have to get the plow and stuff too. So probably a couple grand. So let's do that. The sun is setting a little early here today. Looks like about 5 o'clock, 5:20-ish, 17:23. So we may be working into the night a little bit because before we call today, I want to fill the silage up again. That was awesome. I like seeing that. We're going to do our best to fill that up, sell some off too, and try to the numbers. So what we may do actually, instead of selling the grass, is we'll just fill the silage up one more time and then call today and go to sleep. The silage is full, 99%, and I think we have a little bit left in here. Yeah, we got 7% left. So we'll go ahead and sell this off real quick. But yeah, we worked through the night, boys. We got a lot of grass cut today. We got some good money in our pocket. Finally, that silage really came through, so we didn't have to do quite as much cutting as I thought we were gonna have to do. But hey, that worked out perfectly. We'll top this off and then call it a day. All right, it is day 4. We have 16,909. Super exciting. Looks like all of that silage did sell off. Let's go double check. Yeah, there's nothing there. So let's see here. Yeah, 0. So we sold all the silage off, bringing this to 16,909. Boys, I think we're gonna check. I think that's enough for a tractor and a plow. So let's take a look. So looking at the tractor we were taking a look at last time, we have this one right here for 12,500. Some of the options are on 500, so let's take a look at that. But yeah, 12,500. So it looks like it makes us choose one of these up here. We're gonna go turbo, get that extra little bit of power. And then I decided I want to go with this blue color. I think this looks really good on it with the like gray rims there. So we're going to go with blue, gray rims, and yeah, 12,700. Looks like changing the color did mess with the price a little bit, but it's only 200 bucks. I know it kind of sucks, but I just think it looks so much better. So we're going to go with that. And then last but not least, we do need a plow for it. I was looking at our options earlier. I think the only one that we can really pull, that one's 2.4. This one's 2.6 for 2,500. We can't afford these two, so we're gonna try. Yeah, we're gonna try this one right here. Because yeah, these are 7,000. Yeah, so this one's 2.6 meters, 100 horsepower. We should be able to pull this no problem. Okay, tractor and plow are done. Look at that. It looks so good. Let's go ahead and jump up in our new tractor. Love it. Love that. Looks so good. Got the license plate on the back there. Let's jump in it. Start her up. Ooh, boys, that sounds good. And then see if we can attach this to the plow here. Get this turned around. There we go. Back it up. Attach that. There we go. All right, so we're gonna try and plow a field here. I'm thinking on this side over here. All right, we have lowered it. It is the start of a new day. We're gonna plow our first field on the flat map here. So let's go ahead and get it. Now let's see, we'll make sure we're lined up straight. Yep, this looks pretty good. All right, we're gonna go straight like this. There it is. It's already so early in the morning, kind of need the lights on. All right, that's looking pretty straight. I like that. Man, this tractor is pulling it along no problem. I like that. Yeah, I think waiting for the tractor to make our first field was definitely the play. Because for one, it's going way faster. Make sure that's lined up. There you go, good enough. For one, it's going way faster, but man, we're going to be able to plow so much more and a lot quicker with how wide that is there. So I did go pretty long with it. I kind of went wider than I first anticipated, so hopefully that's not a problem. I kind of just wanted to go the width of the cargo crates there, but hey, you know what? We're committed now. We're in it. So we're going to line this up, make it look good. Looking good. This tractor's pulling the plow. No problem. Thank goodness. I've had that issue in the past where the tractor couldn't quite pull the plow, but yeah, we're going to knock this out. Now, I haven't decided if I want to keep this length. I don't want to go too big too soon, but we'll see as time goes on, because the next problem we're gonna run into is if we make the field too big, we're not gonna have be able to afford a harvester that's gonna have a very big capacity. So we're gonna be stuck going back and forth constantly, but that is a problem for another day. After we get this field plowed and seeded, back this up. I am going. Ooh, wrong way. I am going to want to go ahead and fill that silage up again, because that was a game changer, being able to have that going. So, which means we'll be back to cutting grass again here after we get this field taken care of. But soon enough, we'll be past the grass cutting stage. But that still is our moneymaker right now. Our very first field has been plowed. So we have our first one up and almost running, but it's plowed. So now all we need is a seeder. Now, I'm not going to lie, that field was a little bit bigger than I anticipated, but you know what? I think it'll work out in the long run, though, because we're going to need it. I mean, we're definitely going to need that size. So let me just park this right here, turn it off, and now we're going to get to mowing some more grass, because we don't quite have enough for a seeder at the moment. So let's get to it. I'm actually going to cut around the field just to try and clean it up a little bit. I think it'll make the field look a little nicer. I mean, we've already got to cut grass. We might as well do it around our field. So I'm going to unload into our silage first, because we are empty. Oh, let's double check. Yeah, so we're completely empty. We're going to just leave that as selling for now and let that fill up. This thing still takes forever to unload, but look at that, guys. Woo! A tractor right there looks so good, honestly. Definitely nice having a new piece of equipment on the farm. Our plow is already nice and dirty, a little bit on the tractor as well, but oof, we got our first field right there. It is it's a big one, boys. It's a big one, but it should pay off in the end, hopefully. After we get some money in, we're gonna have to upgrade our house a little bit, because we're still rocking the tent. Not very pretty. It does what we need it to, but we're gonna have to upgrade that at some point. Now, my direction of fields, I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking we put my house somewhere in between the fields, somewhere up here. I think that'd be nice. Eventually have like a shed up here too, but I don't know. We're just gonna have to roll it for now. Let's see how much is in here. Yep, still 40%. So we just did the whole tour and we still got 40%. This should top the silage off for us. Let's see here. Yeah, we're at 8,600. So this should pretty much top it off, and then we'll take the rest and sell it. And being at 24, let's go take a look at the shop and see if we have enough for a seeder. Scroll down, seeding, seeders. All these are too expensive. This one's 700. It's got a 6-meter wide. That's actually pretty wide. Let's see. I think we'll probably go with this one just because it's only 700. I don't know how good this one's actually going to be. I don't even know if it has fertilizer capabilities with it, but yeah, we're going to try it out. See how that one is. Yeah, we might as well go ahead and buy it. We can afford it, actually, so let's try it. I know we don't quite have enough for seeds and fertilizer. Hopefully after this last bit here. Let me undo this one. Put that one back down. There we go. Let's attach it and see if it has seeds and fertilizer. Okay, this one does fertilizer and seeds. So with that being said, we're going to have to save up a little bit to get the fertilizer as well. Oh, actually, you know what? With how the shop is set up, I'm going to leave this over here so I can fill it up. So let's see if we can't find us some seeds and some fertilizer. So we're going to buy a pallet of seeds for $12.60. Go ahead and get one of those. And it looks like we are just a little short on the fertilizer. Unfortunately, we need $19.20. We're at $16.87. So we're going to do one more load so we can get both fertilizer and seeds. So we've got that load dumping out right now. And while that's doing that, we should be able to run over to the store about $19.50. We're at $30. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get some fertilizer. We're going to go with this one right here, $19.20. Grab that one up, perfect. And then we'll let that continue to empty over there and fill up our seeder in the tractor here. All right, so our new total is about $190. It's going up a little bit because we're still emptying the mower over there. Let's see here. We are going to refill seeder. There we go, filling that up nicely. Oh, this is a big seeder, 1,051 liters, and let's refill the fertilizer. Okay, same thing with the fertilizer. So this seeder, and I didn't even realize this, can hold quite a lot. So that's good news for us. Mower's still emptying over there, so we're gonna get this field going, and we're going to lower it and then turn our seeder on, and we're gonna lock in on our GPS here. Tractor has GPS, which is super nice, and get this field seeded. Now, what I'm loving about this tractor so far is it has the horsepower to get this field done way faster than I'm used to. If you watch my channel before, you know we've used a lot of slow tractors in the past. This one is a breath of fresh air because it actually does a really good job, and it's got quite a bit of horsepower for the price, especially. So I'm super thankful of that, especially with this series. Also, this is a great time to mention, if you're not already subscribed and you're enjoying these kind of videos, now's a perfect time to go ahead and jump down there, hit the subscribe button, and I appreciate each and every one of you who do take just a quick second to do that as well. Also, if you're not a member, feel free to join the membership down below. There's a little join icon, and if you do join, not only get a few extra perks, but you also get to see every video I drop early compared to everybody else. So just a nice little pro, and just again, I appreciate from the bottom of my heart each and every one of you who do become a member as well. So it looks like our GPS couldn't quite get that one little spot right there to our right, so we're going to come back, finish that up as well. I'm sure it's not going to be perfect, but right now it's doing pretty good. Nope, actually I lied. It's actually missing a little bit of a corner on this one too. Maybe I'm not using the GPS right. I haven't used it very often, maybe just a couple times before. So I think there's a little bit of a learning curve to it. Either that or my field might just be a little wonky for it, but I may have to come back and adjust that. Obviously, I have to go over it one more time, but we'll see if we can't fix that. So I went ahead and made the lines a little bit smaller, which seems to be more in sync with this seeder. I may have to make it a little bit more smaller, but we're going to see if this actually fixes that problem on this go. It does look like we're doing better on this side, so that's a good start. But you know what? So we worked through the night here because before we called it a day, I needed to get this field seeded and fertilized, which we just finished doing. So super excited about that. We're gonna park this about right here for now. Oh, let me turn our lights off. Turn off our lawnmower that I left running as well. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and call it a day. Field is seeded and fertilized. Day 5 is upon us. What a beautiful morning. Field is looking real good. We've got it fertilized. We've got it seeded. We are growing some wheat this time around, so that'll be nice. And you can see our silage has went ahead and sold, putting our total at 3,800. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and mow some more grass, fill up our silage because that's bringing in some good money for us, let our field continue to grow, and then at some point we're going to do another field. First load into the silage is a go. You can see it starting to fill up right there. Definitely do like the silage so far. It's trickling us in some money while we're doing other things because mowing is taking quite some time. This thing, it fills up quick, but it definitely empties extremely slow. Got this last one unloading here. Got 2% left. Bringing our new total to $6,100 for the day. Not too bad. So with our silage full there, or pretty much full, almost full. It's kind of running down a bit. We're going to go ahead and we turn this off. We're going to go ahead and plow our second field. Now I'm thinking we're going to put our house here in the front somewhere. So I'm going to do a field off to the left next to this other one. Now I'm not going to make the same mistake and make it as big for now. We can always make it bigger later. But for now, we're going to make it a relatively normal size, if there is such a thing. But I'm thinking we leave, you know, a good amount of space. Let me go ahead and circle back because I want to make this like right on it. Nice and not too close to the other field. I want to leave some room there just to be safe. Okay, I like that. We're going to lower plow, allow create new fields. And we're going to go as straight as we can with this. And we are off making our second field on this series. I have to go this way a bit. There we go. And we're going to make it about half the size of this one. It should be somewhere right about here. We're going to go ahead and turn it. Here. All right, that looks good. It is a little difficult making straight fields with no visuals in the distance. Nothing to line myself up with other than my other field. And we'll call that good there. Again, we're gonna always make this one bigger if need be. Make our field a little bit bigger in the future, but for now, I'm gonna keep things manageable. It should line up relatively good there. Might be a little far. I think it's gonna be close enough. Ah, I like it. That looks pretty close there, if I might say. So we'll go ahead and just go ahead and pull out here. I'm wing making this field. We're not gonna
do any fancy lines, just get it done, make it look good. And I'd say this one's probably going to go a lot faster than the other one. I would say, though, this is still a pretty good sized field, though. This is probably more the size I was initially going to do with the other one, and then just got a little carried away. Because this plow is a trooper, man. It goes quick. It's got a pretty good length on it, too, so it's making fields a lot easier than I'm used to. The goals for the day is to get this field plowed out, and then I want to seed it, fertilize it, just like the other one. That way when we call it a day, it's in line with it. Now, I think I'm going to make this a little bit more straight, maybe? Let's see, add a little bit more right there. Yeah, just bring that looks good. Come back and touch some of this up, no doubt, that's for sure. But, oh, and we missed a spot there. We'll come back. When we come and touch it up, we'll get that little piece after the fact. All right, looking good. So far, so good.
I've almost got this field done. I've been going in circles, but decided to try and cut some corners and make it a little bit quicker. Seems to be working out for the most part, but still a process nonetheless. I've noticed I'm getting a little stuck in some of the plowed areas, but it's coming together. Hopefully I can squeeze through these here. Finish this one up. Yeah, looks good, looks good. I like it. Field's almost done, and I'll show you guys what it looks like once we finish it. Just have a few little spots I missed here that we're gonna go ahead and take care of. Should be able to lift it up and drive across it a little bit faster. Tractor is getting super muddy now, as to be expected. Let's get this little spot right here, and then that should pretty much finish up the whole field. Yeah, there we go. Whole field has been plowed. Perfect. So not quite as big as our other one over there, which was the goal. I'm actually pretty happy with the size of that. That was a lot more manageable. Still took a while, but way more manageable. So silage is looking about half full now. So we'll go ahead and park this here, and then we just need to attach our seeder to it. And I think we should still have enough seeds and, oop, I just bumped it, enough seeds and fertilizer to do the other field as well. Yeah, 19-30%, that should be enough. If not, we'll have to top off halfway through. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this field. I think I'm gonna stick to wheat on this one as well. Okay, so I got to thinking, we're at 7,400. I'm gonna go ahead and hire some help for this field right here, if it'll let me. Go ahead and have them jump in there and get started on it, because how much or how long grass takes to do, we're gonna let them go at the field, see how well they do with it, that little bit of help, and jump back on our mower because we need to make some money. Our silage is about half full now. We'll go ahead and top that off, and then once they're done with that, give or take, maybe I might take over halfway, we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. Figure we'll go ahead and mow around our field here as well. Why not? Try and make it a little bit nicer. Just kind of clean up some of this grass. Now I know it is eventually just going to grow back anyways, but at least for now it'll make it look pretty good, and we can kind of stay a little close to home. But I will say I feel like we're making pretty good progress. 2 fields. The second one's about to be fully seeded. First one is seeded and growing. New tractor, plow, and seeder. And of course our old 330 John Deere. So I think we're doing pretty good on day 5 here. Tomorrow will be day 6. So yeah, let's get this grass, fill up our silage, and then yeah, go from there. Gonna go ahead and unload this one here into the silage. Let's see what we're at right now. Actually, we are at 4,100 silage being made. We do sell it off, which is kind of how our money is trickling up slowly. Looks like our help is doing a pretty good job. I am kind of having issues with the little gaps here. I have it at 5 meters. It says it's a 6 meter seeder, so I figured it'd be fine, but I think we may have to adjust it down to like 4.2 or so. So I might end up having to do that on the next go around, but either he'll fix it or I'll fix it. One of the two. Someone's got to fix it because we can't be having that. That'll make the field look pretty weird. I forget also, we are going to have to fertilize this field one more time as well, so we'll eventually get a fertilizer. So I think we'll do that tomorrow. Well, our worker ended up leaving those lines, but I think that's my fault. So I did adjust the settings, but we're going to go ahead and clean up these lines. So it took off a little bit of the work, but yeah, we're going to have to come in and finish it, but that's okay. So we'll finish up getting these lines that are in between each one, and yeah, that should be it. Looks like we're going to actually run out of fertilizer right about now. So right on our last row here, we have ran out of fertilizer. It's unfortunate, but it's just this one strip, so honestly, Wait. Oh, turn on seeder. There we go. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? So honestly, I'm not too stressed about it. We'll just leave this one little row here without fertilizer. The rest of it is fertilized, so that's good. So let's go ahead and finish this one here. Field is complete, seeded. So we're gonna go ahead and call it a day at that. Our silage is still pretty much full. It's probably about 3/4 full. We did top it off a moment ago. Let's go ahead and turn our lawnmower off. I keep forgetting to do that. And then we're going to go ahead and call it a day. All right, it is day 6 here on the farm. Got about 11,000 after all our silage sold off. Both fields are fertilized and seeded, so that's good. They're looking pretty good. We do need to go ahead and fertilize them again here soon. So I think what we'll do is go and fill up our silage like normal, and then we're gonna do another fertilizer run. And back to the grind of picking up some grass. This is definitely been a slow process. I really wish we could have upgraded something with our mower. I thought about getting a bigger mower for the tractor now that we have the tractor. But everything is just super expensive, and I'd rather invest that into our fields, because soon enough we're gonna need not only a harvester, but we're gonna need a trailer. So we've got to make sure we've got good money coming in, enough to get a harvester. We are gonna need to take a peek and see how much a harvester is too, because that's kind of gonna be the goal that we're going to work towards. Currently, the silage is definitely our moneymaker. I thought about doing one more silage just to try and double dip on it, but honestly, I think we're doing okay with just the one. When top off our silage here as well. This thing definitely fills up quick and empties pretty quick too, which is good because it's money in our pocket. So let's see, we are at 752. That should keep jumping up here pretty quickly as it dumps in. Yeah, 925. So let's see, we've got 4,000 left. So about another load into our silage here and we'll be good to go. Also, I took a look here at the shop and it looks like the cheapest fertilizer we can use is going to be this $2,000 spreader here. So we're going to end up getting one of those. We'll go ahead and just buy it now. That way we have it ready to go. Should be off to the side there. Yep, there it is. Yep, nice. Bringing our total to 9,000 currently. This is still unloading, 28%. This thing takes a long time. So while that is unloading over there, I went ahead and attached this, but we need some fertilizer. So let's go ahead and spend some money on that. Fertilizer is definitely expensive, but it should pay off in the long run. We're going to go ahead and buy the fertilizer there for $19.20, and then we should be able to fill it up with our tractor here. Let's go ahead and back this up, refill it. There we go. Fertilizer is completely full. And while that's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and fertilize this field here. And then we are going to use GPS for this. Let's see, turn on fertilizer spreader. And then, yeah, we're going to use GPS. Now, the GPS should be pretty on point with this one. Yep, 14 meters. Looks good. Yeah, going to spread this fertilizer. That should help our yields quite a lot. So both fields, by the time we're done, will both be at 100% fertilized, so the yields will be pretty good. I'm super excited about this harvest. I hope you guys are too, because I've never had a field this big before, so I'm excited to see the return on it, because a lot of times when you harvest, if you don't have a whole lot, it doesn't make you a whole lot either. So this should be pretty good here. Turn off fertilizer. There we go. Make sure we get that last little bit there. Hopefully I did. Line that one up, hit it right there. Turn on our fertilizer, make sure we cover every inch. There we go. So on our second line here, that's what I love about fertilizing too. We're using the fertilizer spreader is it is just so much faster than any other part of this, so definitely makes it easy. I believe our grass should be completely unloaded as well. Field is fertilized. We ran out just right at the very tip back there, but that should be fine. So we're gonna go and fill this up. Ooh, this tractor can go quick. Fill this up and then do the other one over there. I might go ahead and have the worker do that one so we can continue with our grass collection and refill the fertilizer. Good to go. Doesn't look like it's full, but it is saying it's full on the bottom right. So let's see about getting a worker in here. All right, place him in there. Let's make sure this thing's gonna work. I think it's gonna be the inside first. Yeah, there it goes. All right, so still working. And while he's doing that, we are going to cut some grass. Now the technique I've been using for this is to just pretty much go straight. So this seems to work best. Just go completely straight at about 50%, then turn around and head back home. All right, our worker got it nice and fertilized pretty quick. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and go jump back to our mower. Drop the tractor off, and yeah, heading back this way. Go ahead and top off the silage. I think that was pretty close last time I dropped everything off. So this should be the last load and sell off the difference.
and then probably call it a day. While that's topping off the silage, I do want to go ahead and check the price of a harvester so we know what to work towards. So it looks like this one right here is 14,000. Looks like that's going to be our best deal. It doesn't have a super wide header on it, but honestly, that's about all we can afford at the moment. So yeah, I don't even think you can attach a different header to it. Unfortunately, I think it's an all-in-one, but we have to start somewhere, and we may have to start with this. So we're only 4,000 away, so we'll be pretty close.
It is day 7, 14,000 in our pocket after the silage has sold off. So we're gonna get some more grass, fill that silage up, and yeah, let these fields keep going. Let's double check here. 95% yield bonus and wheat growing. Both are growing, looking good. I like this one too. Yep, looks good. Some nice fields in the making. We do need to go ahead and do our house at some point, but we are saving this money for our harvester. So let's go ahead and load this up one more time with some grass and get the ball rolling on that. That is gonna be our next step. First load dropped off at the silage. Got about halfway full now. It's kind of funny seeing all these lines right here that we've done in like every which way direction. There we go. Back to it, boys. Back to it. Okay, just finished tapping it off there. We got about 8,600. We're gonna go ahead and leave it at that. Pull this around. Got a few things done today. That grass takes quite a while. We're gonna go ahead and get a harvester here soon as well. Okay, day 8 on the farm here. Silage has sold off, bringing our total to 18,218. Fields are still growing. Hopefully it won't be too much longer before they're ready, because we are going to be buying that harvester soon. I think it was, if I remember correctly, pretty sure it was just 14,000. So we should have enough to get that harvester, but we are going to keep mowing the grass, getting some money that way, because we need to stack it as much as we can. I thought about selling off a few loads too. We could plow another field, but I think I want to figure out where we're going to put our house and shed and things like that before I commit to another field. So for now, I want to get our first harvest-ish going. Oh, looks like we mowed out here not too long ago. But we'll need a trailer too, so we're going to have to buy a trailer. So that's kind of why we are trying to stack the money for the harvester and the trailer, because there's no point in just having a harvester if we don't have a trailer as well. So we're gonna get that trailer too. And after a little over a minute waiting for this to drop in here, it is almost done. Take a peek in here as well. Oh, we'll let it go ahead and let it save. 4,900. Boom, there we go, filled up. Let's go do it again. And while that's unloading, I just want to look at how dirty our equipment is from the fields. Kind of crazy. A lot of them fields have gotten super muddy, so we're gonna have to eventually get like a power washer or something to wash our tractors off and our other pieces of equipment. But since that's been unloading for a minute, let's see how much is left. Well, we're at about 6% now. Looks like our silage is almost full. Not too bad. All right, then we're gonna move the mower over here. All right, successful day. Silage is full. All right, day 9, boys. Silage is emptied, putting our total at 2,200. So same thing as yesterday. We're gonna fill our silage up, and then I believe our fields should be pretty close to being ready to harvest. So we're gonna go ahead and fill our silage up one more time. Yeah, and then I think they'll be ready tomorrow. Gonna go ahead and empty it out right about here, and then while that's doing that, let's go ahead and snag up that harvester, get it ready for tomorrow, for tomorrow's harvest. Let me go ahead and move this out of the way. Love the sound of this tractor. Definitely by far one of my favorite tractors I've ever had before. We'll put this, let's go about here for now. Just kind of get that out of the way. Oh, we got to turn it off. And then let's check out the harvesters. So like we were talking about before, I think we're gonna go with this harvester right here. It's kind of an all-in-one from what I can see here. It's going to take us a while to harvest the fields, but hey, that's where we're at. We are at the bottom. We got to start somewhere. As far as wheel setups, we're just going to leave it on standard. All right, we're going to go with that. 14,000. Ba-boom. Leaving us with 8K. Now, we are going to need a trailer for the grain. So we'll need a trailer for that. Take a look at the trailers here. Now we only have about 8K, so we got to choose wisely here. So it looks like our best option is going to be this EDK 650. It does go from 4 to 8, so we can get, let me go back. We can do the 4 for 7,500. But honestly, yeah, so it's 6K without the trailer function. 75 width, but it's only 4M. This one is going to be 8M, which I think we will at least need that. So we need 9K. So we're going to wait on the trailer. We should have it here soon, though. And there it is, boys. Check it out. Our new harvester. A boom, 14,000. Not too bad. Looks pretty good. In nice shape, too. So we'll go ahead and move this here in a second. Let's go ahead and get some more grass in our silage. All right, so while that's unloading over there, I want to take a look at this harvester here. Let's see, start her up. All right, sounds pretty good. Should be able to just kind of put it in gear and back it out. Very nice. Pretty sweet. We're just going to take it for a little test drive here. A lower harvester. Nice, nice. All right, seems to be working pretty good. Turns on and off. Lowers up and down. Definitely a small head on it. Let's just kind of take a look here. See what it kind of looks like up against the field. Yeah, that mower takes forever to unload. So, yeah, looks about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 passes. Shouldn't be too terrible, but definitely going to take some time. The grain bin, though, I am curious how much that holds. That might be our next problem. Oh, let me turn it off. Honestly, the size of the grain bin's probably got to be dumped out constantly, but it is what it is, boys. It is what it is. So let's take a look at here. Where are we at? 7,057, so filling up nicely. 8,900, so we'll have enough for the trailer here shortly. And we've got about 800 left here. This is almost done as well. The silage is full now, so we're going to go ahead and sell off the last bit we have here, about 34%. Looking pretty good. Right now we're about 9,600. That silage has helped tremendously. I will say tremendously. Not like crazy, because again, it's still a lot of work, but man, with how long this thing takes to empty out, doing it over and over for like 800 bucks is a little rough. The fact we can drop it off there, make a little bit more than if we had dumped it out just once here, definitely helping a lot. So we're at about 10%, and yeah, we're gonna finish this up. Day 10 here on the farm, boys, and our first field is ready to be harvested with a 90% yield bonus. So we did good with our fertilizer. We've already got our harvester. The only thing we really need is a trailer now. So we're going to go ahead and buy one of those real quick. Now that we can afford it, we're going to get this one right here. Do the extension on it because that's going to be the best for it. And I'm going to make it green because I wasn't a huge fan of that red and like yellow or something. So we're going to go and buy this. Boom, 9,000. That is going to drop our total to 4,300. Now, we don't need to grab the trailer yet. We are going to try the harvester first. Let's go ahead and jump up in here. Start our engines lower. And let's go ahead and make sure we line this up correctly. I wonder, let me check something. Okay, yeah. So, looks like I was able to get the GPS to work on this field. So, I'm going to hit this one right here. We're going to lower our harvester. Actually, line up just a little bit better for it. Turn on our harvester. Here we go. We're going to hit this and see what happens. Going to be harvesting our first one. And it's working. Looks like our first line here. Oh, actually, hold on. We need to disable straw swath. I mean, I guess we could pick it up and dump it. No, that's not for silage. No. Okay, we'll go with that. So, we're going to lower it again. Boom. Back up just a little bit and then do it again. So now we're not going to make those piles. Should spread it out. Yeah, there we go. Spreading it out for us. Oh, let me make sure we get on our line. We'll eventually get there. There it is. That should be it. Nice. We are good to go. Now this first line is going to be, nope, okay, right on the edge. I was thinking to myself, oh, looks like we missed a little bit right there. So it's definitely going to take a while to do this field, boys. Super, super slow. But I will say we're at about 11% right now. Now we probably did have a good yield on this field, considering we were basically at 100% yield bonus. So that's good. But I'm curious how many lines we can do before this thing is completely full, because we're already about 20% full, and we're about, let's see, almost halfway. That's okay. Probably 2, maybe 3 rows. That's not too bad. But look at that, boys. Harvesting our first field. Tiny little harvester, but that's okay. Got to start somewhere, and it's doing the job for us. It really is. So yeah, that's exciting. I think though at some point I will hire some help, spend a little money to have someone help us. That way I can go fill up the silage again, get some more money coming in, and then also come over here and do the pipe out for him while he's doing it. But look at that back posture though. It's like a perfect straight up and down back posture. So 42%, 43. I'm curious if we're gonna hit 50% at the end. If so, that means we'll have about two rows that we can do. 2 rows. So there's 50%. So not quite. Looks like we'll be getting close to the end down there before we have to empty out the grain bin here. We're at 832. I'm gonna guess this thing probably holds about 1,500. So yeah, I'm gonna go about 1,500 liters. On to the second row. So what I'd like to do is we'll finish this row, empty it out, see how much we make from our first trailer of this. I'm super excited. I'm gonna check prices too real quick. So it looks like right now wheat, not too bad, not too bad. So it's not at the low, but it's not at the high either. December is the high for wheat. So that's okay. We'll take what we can get at this point, honestly. And it looks like right about here is where it stopped. So we're at 100%, 1,500 liters like I thought. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in our tractor, go ahead and drop off our fertilizer spreader. Now it looks like we are gonna have to move that plow there too. So let's get that out of the way for the trailer. Oh, let me just bump it real quick. Attach that. We'll go ahead and pull this out of the way. Oh, caught our seeder there too. Oh man, we're definitely gonna have to get a shed here soon, start getting some organizing going, get everything moved around more proper. Trailer attached, looking pretty good. Pull this around, nice green color there, and we'll go ahead and unload it. Now hopefully our pipe out isn't too short. Looks like we may hit it. Nope, we're good. Perfect, and let that unload. There we go. Sweet. That is our first harvest of the season going into our trailer. Again, no loans, nothing. This is all every piece of equipment we've had to buy. So definitely super exciting that we own every part of this. Now it does look like it's emptying pretty quick because we're already at about 1,500, so 18% of this trailer. So before I empty this trailer, I want to actually fill it up all the way. All right, I have hired some help to help us with this field so we can multitask. Oop, catching the field a little bit there. Not too bad, there we go. And then that way we can do two things at once because these are big fields. We're gonna need a lot of help. I'm gonna go ahead and let this empty real quick while he's finishing this line. Here we go. Looking good, looking good. Ooh, maybe speed up a bit. Nice. That's always fun, having it line up like that. If I can line up for him. Jeez Louise, there we go. All right, we'll leave him to it. Let that fill up. We'll go ahead and spin this around so it's convenient for when we need to go unload it for him. Then we are going to jump on our little mower here and get to mowing. The exciting part, boys, is that we should be done having to go back and forth with them here soon, and we can get fully farming, stop having to do all this grass cutting, selling it off. Hopefully the fields will bring us in a good chunk so we don't have to keep doing this, because I'm not gonna lie, mowing back and forth is getting a little exhausting for sure. Now the great thing about this is this takes forever because we got it loading up into our silage bin there. We're gonna go ahead and go up next to the worker there and let him unload it while that's unloading too. So we're gonna do 2 unloads. And hopefully I don't have to drive through my field too much. Maybe I can creep up on the edge here. Yes, no, maybe. All right, looks like we're gonna have to go through the field a little bit. That's okay, it's not too bad. We'll just go ahead and stop him right here real quick. Let that fill up. Just have to drive through it more than we need to. Perfect. Oh, I've been calling it in. That's a she. So it looks like we got the lady working today. Very exciting, very exciting. So 35%. Let's see how much is in it. And it is empty. Nice. All right, so emptied out. Let's go. I bet you the mower probably still is not done unloading. I bet it's still not done unloading. That's cool though. This bin is only 37% full, so I'm hoping we get a really big, nice chunk of change when this is all said and done. Yep, still unloading. No surprise there. Let's see how much it has left. 22%. All right, yep, this thing takes quite some time. All right, we're gonna do the same thing again. Go ahead and get this unloading. Unload here, hop out, and take our tractor over again. Yep, and perfect timing because it says nearly a full tank. So that'll work out perfect. And it looks like this is the perfect side for it as well. Oh, we're gonna have to go the other direction actually. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. What was I thinking? Beautiful. Oh, full tank. Oh, and I just pushed her. Fortunate. Here we go, full tank. All right, let's drop it in there. Oh, almost blocked her again. We'll go ahead and let it dump in here while she's finishing this row. Just make it a little bit, last a little bit longer. We're still at 57%, so we still got plenty in the trailer. Nice. All right, we'll go ahead and leave that lever to it. Put this back over here. And just as we suspected, still unloading. Let's see how much is left in here. 16%. This is 8,000, so I can use a little bit more. So definitely seems like as I am pretty much full on the lawnmower tank, it's about the same time to go empty the harvester tank. So timing works out pretty good on that. Pretty good. That should be the last load to unload for the silage there, so that'll be good. Go ahead and empty out the grain bin here. Looks like she's putting in the work. Field's looking pretty good. Nice and harvested. Not sure why she's backing up, but okay. Looks like we're missing it a little bit. Oh no, we ran into each other. There we go. Nice. that empty out here real quick. And now we are 75% full. So almost a full trailer. Again, I don't want to sell it until we have a full trailer because I want to see exactly how much we're going to make from a full trailer, like an entire load, not just a partial one. So we're going to follow her for a minute, empty out here so it lasts a little bit longer. I'll tell you what, I was skeptical about that harvester. I was like, man, I don't know, this is probably way too small. It's going to take forever. Granted, it is going to take a lot longer than normal, but it is doing the job just fine, honestly. Like, zero complaints at all, especially for the price. I'll take it. It's an older piece of equipment, but it works nonetheless. Okay, she has finished that row and filled us up completely, so we're good to go. Our silage is completely full, so we're going to go ahead and stop that because it'll just kind of trickle down until it's while it uses it. So, but we are going to go ahead and sell the rest of it, 52% of a load in here. Although, I guess, you know what? We could save it for that. No, we need to make some money, so we're going to go ahead and empty it. All right, we are 100% full, 8,000 liters of grain harvested. She's still trucking away back there, but we are going to sell it off and see how much we make. Let's take a look here. Line it up, and then we're gonna dump it. Let's see, here we go. We're at 6,400 right now. That's looking pretty good. All right, I like it. I like the numbers so far. We're at 10K. How much is this gonna be? Almost there, 15%. All right, and 7,046 from a full load. Let's go. So each full trailer is about 7 grand. I will take that. That's going to put our new total at 13,000. So yeah, we're going to let her fill that up again and go at it. I think we've got we got maybe 2 more loads, 2 more full trailers, possibly 3. It's kind of hard to tell because she's the outside first, but yeah, we might have another like 14 to 21,000 left in this field, and we still have that one over there. All right, just went ahead and finished that one loading up, but it's about 18%. Oh, she fast. She real fast. That one is 18% full. Let her go ahead and fill that tank back up. And then, yeah, so right now I also have the lawnmower unloading. We are kind of knocking 2 birds out with 1 stone. Got that there. And then this is, yep, that's full. So we're going to go ahead and sell this off. Keep the money just rolling in as much as we can because we're going to need every penny, guys.
We're back at it just like normal. Got the silage filled up. Keep going back and forth with that. We're going to go ahead and sell off the last bit of grass I have here. And the worker is still going to town on the field. We've filled it up a few times. You can see our tractor, or our trailer, let me jump in here real quick, is pretty full. We're at 75%, so we're close to dumping off our second load on it. So, just going to keep the ball rolling. All right, second load completely full. We're going to go ahead and sell this off. Looks like our wage payment is 150, so not too bad. We've been selling the grass in between the loads too, which I feel like is kind of helping, especially for the wage payment. So it's kind of even it out. So let's go ahead and sell this off now and see how much we get for our second load. All right, it's finishing up right here, looking pretty good, and 6,948. So a little under 7,000 this time around. Probably prices have changed a little bit, but not too bad. Put us at 23,000. Now I am just going back and forth with the mower, filling up the silage there, and dumping these off. So just gonna keep that process going. Can knock out some more because that trailer is pretty, I mean the harvester's grain bin is pretty small. So it fills up really quick, so we're constantly having to empty it, but I feel like if I drive by here, it's gonna help to make it last a bit longer, especially while I'm cleaning out. The field is almost there, a couple more rows, and then she will be done. Been nice having a little bit extra hand here on the farm. It's actually starting to be a farm now that we've got the 2 fields, harvester. I will say not only is that harvester tiny, but man, it's also super slow and a small grain bin. So we're definitely starting from the bottom with it, but it's exciting because I'm curious to see what the new one's going to look like when we eventually get one, of course. Not quite there yet, but it'd be nice to upgrade from this one for sure. Okay, field is done. There's just a little bit left in here. We're going to grab maybe... Oh man, I missed it. Jeez. Okay, we're going to back it up here real quick. Just a tiny bit. There we go. All right, putting us at 98%, 7,800 liters. So let's go ahead and sell this off. And around here, gonna be our last load of that full field right there, and we're gonna dump it off. Let's see what we get now. Currently we're at 24,000. Numbers climbing pretty quickly, and it looks like it's gonna put us over 30,000, leaving us with 31,000. So it's about a 6,800. So you can see the prices are definitely dropping as we get more into summer here. So keep that in mind. But I think that we're gonna go ahead and call it a day there get some sleep. We've got everything filled up, ready to go, and the other field should be ready to harvest tomorrow. All right, boys, day 11 is here, and it looks like that field is ready to be harvested as well. And our silage has sold off, leaving us 36,000. Got the rest of that unloading right there, so that's good. So that means we are going to go ahead and harvest this field right here. I may do it myself. I haven't decided yet. I'll probably do half of it or so. But I definitely do like to fill this up because this definitely does need it. So let's get started with that. Now, this field isn't going to be quite as big, so it should be a little bit faster. To get it done, let's try and line this up perfectly off the rip. All right, got it turned on. It should be lined up this time too. Perfect. All right, our lines should be good. I mean, it's just a little bit on the edge there, but we'll try and stick to our perfect lines here. But that's it. There we go. We're harvesting our second field here. Could be a good turnout, although prices are going down. We know that because they have to back up late this year as it gets closer to winter. Keep that in mind. We don't currently have any silos or anything that we can store it in to try and get higher prices. Granted, we also need the money like now anyways. Actually, boys, I got to thinking. I was like, you know what? Let's let him or her do the harvesting, and we're going to go ahead and turn this off. We're going to go ahead and jump on our tractor and just start seeding this field right here. I figured try and knock two birds out with one stone. That way we can get that taken care of. Before we do that, though, we should probably empty the harvester because I think it's already like 40% or so. Empty that real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and start seeding this field here. One thing we do need to do, though, is buy some more seeds. So we definitely need to do that real quick. Grab up the pallet because you get a little bit more if you do the pallet. That's going to be $12.60, not too bad. And then I think we should still have some fertilizer over there too to top off the cedar with it. Yeah, we do. So let's do that now. I am going to go ahead and buy some more fertilizer. I thought we had a little bit more over there, but it was pretty much out. So new seeds and fertilizer, bringing our total to 33,000. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and top this off now. There we go, filling it up. All right, I think we're gonna stick to wheat on this one again. So that's what it seems to be pretty easy doing the wheat. Actually, you know what? I lied. I think we're gonna go with canola this year, or this time around. This year, we're gonna go with canola, only because I feel like the price is gonna be a little bit higher. So I was looking at the prices. Canola seems to be paid a little better. I believe our harvester can still do canola. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. Okay, so it looks like we're running into a bit of an issue. This still says harvested wheat. I'm wondering if our seeder isn't going to plow and seed like I'm used to. So I've got seeder on, lift seeder, okay. And then we pull behind it like this, and I hop out and look. Yeah, it's just saying harvested. It's not actually showing anything seeded. So we may actually have to plow this. I didn't realize. I thought this would plow and cultivate. Or not plow. I didn't realize we had to cultivate. I thought this would cultivate and seed at the same time. So we may, I'm not sure what's going on. We may have to actually cultivate this field. So let's go take a look at that and see how much it is to buy one of those. So I was looking at my options in the shop here and looking at, where's it at? Cultivators, right? This one's 9,500, 4-meter wide. Then you have these smaller ones down here about the same price. But then I got to thinking, I was like, you know what if we just upgrade our cedar, right? So if we go to cedars here, we take a look at some of these. This one we have, this one's 6,000 and it has a 5.2 width. And it does say no previous cultivator plowing is necessary. So I think we go ahead and upgrade to one of these. Yeah, so we take our $700 one up to the $6,000 one. I think that'll be a good upgrade. So yeah, we're gonna go with one of these. All right, 6,000 done. Let's try that one. If that's the case, that means we can actually sell this one off. Although we'll need to unload all of our seeds and fertilizer. So let's do that now. All right, we're gonna attach it here and then fill it up. Let's refill cedar with what we got right there. And then we'll do the same thing with these seeds over there. I think we can squeeze by. This one's definitely bigger. So boys, I'm thinking this may have been the right choice regardless. Bigger cedar, get done with that field a little bit faster. Tractor seems to be pulling it no problem as well, so that's a good sign. All right, let's take a look here. We're going to change our seed back to, where's it at? Canola. Yeah, so we're going to do some canola here. Let's lower it, and let's see. Yep, canola selected, lowered, turn it on. I think that is it. Okay, that's a good sign. Let's hop out and see what it's showing here. All right, let's see. Canola growing, fertilized. All right, that was the place. So we almost got a plow, but luckily one of these had this built in, so
that'll help a lot. That'll help a lot. So let's go ahead and get that going. Yep, growth growing. It is also canola. So yep, perfect. Let's do that. And honestly, this is going very quick. 11 miles per hour. Thought we might be held down a little bit, but so far so good. So that's a good sign. Gotta take care of this row here. That out of the way. I am finishing up this field right here. One thing I was thinking though, boys, is I think it's time we get a shed. We've got 28,000. Let me get that. Oh, I missed the edge. One thing I was thinking though is we should get a shed, start organizing some of our equipment. We've got the money now. I took a look at the shop earlier. There's definitely some reasonably priced ones. So we're going to do that. I'm going to finish up these little areas, touch them up a little bit because I know there's a few spots I missed. They are still, our work over there is still harvesting, which is good. I parked the tractor over there, so I've just kind of been taking over and emptying it since we're using this tractor. But yeah, so let's go ahead and finish this up real quick. Okay, I'm just gonna drop this off right here for now. Yeah, we're getting a little bit messy here. I think it's time to organize a bit, and then we're gonna grab the trailer, and we can sell that cedar too. I forget about that. We need to go ahead and do that here in a minute as well. Recoup some of our money. Go and attach this so we can use the tractor now. Silage is full too, by the way. Went ahead and topped that off. Kind of been running back and forth in between. Oh, I actually just realized trailer is full. I didn't even notice I finished it earlier. Nice. Okay. So we're going to sell this off. Wheat is going to be sold off. I do know from our last time we sold, it does seem like prices have gone down. So I'm going to guess 6,500. That's my guess. 6,500 is what I'm thinking we're going to end up getting for it. Looks like we got 6,527. Let's go. That was a good guess. So went down from 7,000 to 6,527. So it's about 500 less than what it was when we first sold our first load. So interesting. So while he's finishing up the field there, I'm going to go and move this trailer and tractor out of the way. And then we're going to take a look here. So there is our farm, boys. Looking pretty good. Pretty good. I like it. I like it. One thing I want to do, though, is we're going to do a shed. So I was looking at the sheds here. I'm going to wait on a house. We're just going to have to deal with our camp tent for now because I want to get a better house. There's like a little baby house we can get, but I want to wait. I want to get something that we're going to be proud of and that we want to actually have. So this is what I was thinking. I think make sure, yep, this is the right direction. I'm going to have it facing this way. It says shop area restricted, but we are going to move it towards not restricted. Make sure we try and line this up as best as possible. All right, so I'm thinking right about here. Yeah, thinking right about here. So we're going to place that. Let's see how that looks. Not too bad. So what we're going to do now, let me make sure that lined up right. Yeah, not too bad. A little sideways, but I also think it was because the field isn't straight and it was kind of throwing me off. So, but that's okay. Now we're going to add some gravel around it. We can either do gravel or we could do asphalt. Let's take a look here. We're down to 20,000 now. Let's see what gravel looks like. We go with that. All right, what are we thinking? Do we like the gravel or should we go asphalt since this is already asphalt? I don't know if I want to do a bunch of asphalt everywhere, you know what I'm saying? I think the gravel's a good look. So yeah, I think for now we're going to do just gravel. Just do some gravel here. Get as far as we can over there. Come out this way. All right, not too bad. I would do gravel behind here, but it's going to be restricted right about there, unfortunately. So might have to adjust that later on. There we go. So we're going to make the whole thing gravel as well. That looks good. Come up a little bit more right here. All right, let's see how our new shed looks. Okay, I like it. Let's go ahead and organize a bit. We can turn this lawnmower off. The thing's just blaring at us. I think we do need to go empty the harvester one more time real quick, so let's go ahead and do that real fast. Now, one more thing. We went and emptied the harvester. I'm going to leave the trailer over there, but let's add like a dirt road. Let's see. Dirt. Then we're going to make this a little bit bigger. Probably do it as a round shape. And yeah, I want to add a dirt road between the two fields here. We're going to go like this. Maybe we should do square. Let's try square. Yeah, square was the right move. So we're going to go square up all the way down. Nice dirt road through there. Maybe even this up a bit. May have just made it more uneven. That's okay. Looks good. And then we'll just bring that into here. Try and kind of have it go off in there a bit too. And then we'll throw one down on the side here as well. And I guess we'll go ahead and just do some gravel right here, just to touch up against the road. Get rid of that grass look. There we go. Okay, I like it. There we are. Our dirt roads by the fields. So we have a way to go up and down. We will probably eventually change that at some point, but for now,
I like that. Let's go ahead and move some of this around, although I think our harvester, nope, still moving over there, so that's good. Go ahead and get some of this organized. Back this up into here. Nice as we can. There we go. Try and get it even. Yeah, I like that. We'll go and drop it right there. And then it did say our harvester was full, so let's go take care of that. Got that taken care of. Now we're going to go ahead and move some of this other stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and top off our fertilizer to try and get rid of some of these. Oop, refill it. All right, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, so that is completely full. Took out one of these pallets, which is good. Drop this right about here. Perfect. All right, then we're going to put this in here too. And I think, oh, I would have liked this. Actually, I'm going to put this on the other side. I want to move that fertilizer. Try and have these two next to each other so it looks the best, nice and clean. My OCD won't let me have it like that. It's going to look weird. All right, we'll put it right there. And what's nice about this shed is we can actually drive straight through it. So that definitely makes it convenient. Back it up and then attach it. And then we're going to hit it one more time like this. And then line it up so we can go up next to our plow there. Hopefully that board isn't going to mess us up. Didn't think about that. Actually, hopefully we can fit. Oh no, it's not going to fit. Yep, won't fit on this side either. We're just too big. So just going to have to go on the outside for now, which is okay. I guess that's kind of why we have this extra little spot right here. Plus, we're going to end up using this here in a second too, once that field is done being harvested. So we'll just pop it right there for now. And then we could go ahead and sell this off too. We don't need this seeder anymore. And I did empty it. All right, looks like we're going to get $500 back for it. Nice, I'll take that. 501. Recoups a little bit of our cost on the shed, so I'll take that. I'm going to turn the tractor off for now. Jump in our lawnmower, which we're going to have to use here soon to get some more grass for our silage, which we will eventually be moving. And for now, we're just going to pop the lawnmower in here. At least kind of fills that up a little bit. Back it up just a hair. There we go, turn it off. All right, not too bad. Got our equipment in there now. Looking pretty good. I'll take that. Looks like we need to go ahead and empty the harvester again, so let's go do that. We are about 60% full, so I'm hoping with the rest of this field, there's at least another 25% or so. We'll be pretty close to another full trailer full of grain here, but I guess we'll just have to see what it comes out to be. Should be around a little over 6K, or at least 6K if it's not a full load. We are 90% full, so we're going to go ahead and sell that off. Both fields fully harvest, keeping our money up high even after the shed and gravel and organizing all the improvements. So that's a good feeling. We still have money to spend. I mean, I guess we have money to save because most stuff's super expensive, but let's see what we're left with after we unload this one. Looks like that's going to put us at about 25,000 with 5,800 on that one. So a little under 6 grand. All right, I'm going to go ahead and drop this trailer off for now because we're not going to need it for some time. I always forget I can just drive right through the back here, which is super helpful. Definitely makes it a lot easier when you're coming and going. That right about there. All right, we'll just leave that. Let's see if our harvester can fit in there. I didn't even think. It means the seeder is kind of where our harvester needs to go if it will, although it does look like it's going to be small enough to do it, so let's try it. Easy does it, and yeah, perfect. We're good to go on the harvester being in here. Let's go. That's awesome. Turn this off, hop in our tractor, turn that off too, and boys, we're going to call it a day. Let's go. Both fields completely done. Got roads, got our shop. Everything's nice and organized, minus the fertilizer and seeds, but those will be moved soon enough, so I'd call that a pretty successful day. Day 12 is upon us, and we have this field seeded. Looks like we are growing some canola on this one, looking really good. So we're going to go ahead and get this field seeded now. We'll get it cultivated, seeded, and then we're going to work on a new field as well. Get the ball rolling with everything. And we should probably fill up the silage as well, because that's some easy money. And do some backing up. Attach our seeder. Still has a pretty good amount of fertilizer in it, so we should be good for this field. I'll check it periodically, but we're going to do canola again, and then we're going to send our worker on this one. So off and away our worker goes. They're going to go ahead and seed that field, get it cultivated, seeded. That we have both these fields rolling, and then we're gonna go ahead and work on another field in the silage like we were saying. But I was thinking, boys, I think we maybe should I think we should maybe get another tractor. So we might take a peek at the shop and get another tractor so we can do more than one thing at a time, because we do have 26,000, which should be enough. So I think I'm going to keep it simple and go ahead and get another tractor of basically exactly what we have. We are going to do the green on this one, just so we know the difference of them. And we're going to do a front attacher on this as well. Now, this should only be 12,600, which will bring our new total to 13,481. So not too bad. Still got some money to work with. Tell you what, though, they look nice and clean right out of the shop, though. Ours over there is completely filthy now, but
Yeah, this one looks really good. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and attach our fertilizer because we're gonna get the other field fertilized. Get someone working on that. We can ball roll with that one, get that done because this field is gonna need it. We're gonna send our worker to fertilize this field. Right now it shows 50%, so it should take it close to 100. 95 to 100, so yep, looks like they're doing good over there. Perfect. I even debated getting like one more tractor, but I don't think we're quite there yet to start plowing another field. So for now, we're just gonna jump on our lawnmower tractor, some would say, and go ahead and cut some grass and fill up our silage. That way we can get that going too. Keep it simple. We're just gonna go this way with it. And off we go, back to picking up grass like the good old days. Day 13 is upon us. We went ahead and finished seeding this field over here, seeding, fertilizing, and then fertilizing this field. We are at 100% fertilized, about a 95, 97 bonus. This field is looking like a 50% fertilized, growing canola as well. So we're going to send the worker to go and get this field fertilized while we start plowing our new field. Now we do have about 56% fertilizer in this one. It may be enough to handle this field. It's not quite as big, so we'll try that first, and if we can find more, we will. And off goes the worker. And now for our next field, I'm thinking we do it over to the right over here, next to this one. So we're going to do another one next to it, about the same size. We'll eventually extend them or put another one over there. I'm going to save this area off to the left here for like our house and other things. That being said, and off we go, trying to make this as straight as possible. There's that one there. It helps if I zoom out a little bit. Yeah, that definitely helps. Trying to get a straight line there. A little wobbly. We might come back and touch it up. Go ahead and zoom this over. Yeah, we might do one more row just to straighten things up a bit. All right, I like it. Third field in the making. Went a little too long, but it's okay. Line this one up pretty good here. All right, that looks beautiful. So we have the outline of the field now. I like it. And looks like our tank is empty, so we're gonna have to buy some more fertilizer. We're gonna run this over to the shop, buy some fertilizer, fill it back up, and let them finish fertilizing this. And fertilizer is definitely expensive, almost $2,000. But we did the silage yesterday, so that kind of helped put some more money in our pocket. So it's not too bad. And off we go, full tank of fertilizer. Let's go and let them finish this field. And then we're going to jump back on our field here that we are currently, got to back up a little bit. We can't miss a spot that early on. There we go. Take that. Works. All right. Let's get this field plowed. This one shouldn't be too bad. We probably could invest in a bigger plow at this point, especially as we are at the point of making new field. So I might take a peek at the shop, kind of see what our options are, depending on how long this one's going to take me. Because I already know it is going to take a minute, but we might be okay for a bit as well. Now, I don't know how you guys do your fields, but I like to just do mine in circles, at least for the first few rows. That way I don't have to lift up the seeder, or lift up the plow as much. One thing I like to do is, every now and then too, is I'll just cut these tight like this, and then try and take advantage of doing it like this. But as you can see, I kind of messed that up. So now I got to do 2 rows instead of 1 on this. But when it works, it's nice. And I messed that up. But anyways, yeah, I'd say we're probably about halfway done with this field now. So not too bad, not too bad. I just got to go back and clean up our mess up here, but yeah. My lines have not been very straight, as you can kind of see from here, but we are on like our last home stretch here, so yeah, we're gonna have to definitely invest in a new plow. Granted, I'm thankful for this one. It is doing the job better than most, but with the size of our fields, we got to get something bigger. So that is definitely going to be up next on the to-do list, because yeah, with this flat map, we're gonna have, I would imagine we're going to have quite a few fields. We're definitely going to prioritize that. Obviously, we will eventually do some cattle and things like that. Maybe some greenhouses and whatnot, but fields are going to be up there. So we've got this one pretty much done. Yeah, we'll probably go ahead and call it a day after this. Okay, field is done. Looking pretty good out here. Got everything nice and plowed. Very bumpy coming through, as to be expected. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and drop this off. Whoa, we almost lost the plow.
Day 14 on the farm, and now we have 3 fields, boys. Looking pretty good. We're getting pretty far in this series, so I'm liking where we're at so far. We're obviously gonna continue to upgrade everything as we go, but for now, that field needs to get seeded and fertilized. So we're gonna go ahead, jump in this one, get our engines started, and then yeah, we'll go ahead and have the worker do that field. We'll go ahead and probably fill up the silage as well. That way we have the ball rolling on that. And then soon we will be harvesting some canola. Now I was looking at the prices of canola, and they are a lot higher than wheat, so we should have a much bigger payday this time around. So I'm hoping that comes through and it all pays off in the end. But yeah, looking pretty good. We'll definitely do something over here as well, extend this out and whatnot. All right, worker is on his way. Perfect. We should probably go ahead and move this tractor up out of the way as well. And you know me, boys, taking in that grass, because we're gonna make every dollar count. We have to. I mean, we're at 13,000, and equipment is not cheap. And I'll tell you right now, after doing that whole field, plowing that whole field in that tiny, I wouldn't consider it a tiny plow, but that smaller plow, yeah, we got to upgrade soon. So we're going to make sure to get that silage filled up as much as we can while that field is being seeded and fertilized. And while he's over there seeding, we're going to go ahead and extend this road out a little bit, trying to make sure we get this even. Let's see, just go this way with it. All right, good enough. And we'll also do a road between these two. Not too bad. There we go. Looks good. And we'll leave that like that for now. All right, we got a road set up. I also think I want to go ahead and do a road this way a little bit, just to, cause I got a feeling we're gonna eventually go that way as well at some point with something. Oh, and I just went on my field a little bit. Nice. All right, roads are done, and he's almost done over there. Day 15 is here, boys, and silage is sold off, bringing us about 18. I'll put us about 18,000. Canola still not quite ready. It is fully fertilized. This one, same thing, a little bit behind, fully fertilized. But if we run over here to the last field, this one is 50% fertilized. So we're going to have them go ahead and fertilize that field. And yeah, all right, got the field fertilized. We are good to go. All 3 fields fertilized. Hoping the far field over there will be ready to harvest come tomorrow morning. We're going to find out. Day 16 and fields are not quite ready. So not a whole lot to do other than if we did the silage a little bit. Oh, we should probably turn our mower off. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and, go one more day and see if our field's ready tomorrow. Boys, it's day 17 and the canola is ready. Now, only ready on this field, but that's okay. These two should be ready, not too far behind, but yeah. So with that being said, we've got it. Let's see. Fertilized 100%, 97 yield bonus. So this should be a really good canola field here. We got 2 tractors as well, so we should be able to have the worker harvesting. I'll come up behind it and fill that trailer up. So let's get that started. All right, got it lined up here, close to. We're gonna go ahead and send the worker on it. Oh, hold on, let's try that again. Go a little bit closer. Field not ready for this work. Already worked. Huh. Okay, let's see. Oh, I lied. Canola is not ready. It's still growing. I got ahead of myself. I saw the color change and just thought it was ready. So we'll back that out of there. Okay, so one more day, I guess. All right, now both fields are yellow, growing, and let's double check, still growing. So not a whole lot we can do today. Again, that's gonna basically be another day 18. Not a lot of work happening. Some days are gonna be like that because we just gotta wait for our crops to grow. We could plow another field, but I don't know if we're ready for that given our current equipment. And like I said, we're gonna get a new plow. So we're gonna try and get a harvest on our belt. We should probably turn this off though. Let's go ahead and do that. There we go. All right, let's go to bed and wait for tomorrow.